Hey guys, Randy here from Harris Model Works. Tonight I got something a little different. This is not really model car related, but it's artwork, and it's some mighty fine artwork that I would really like for y'all to see. This is actually what my father was into. He was into wood carving, and he just loved anything from the Wild West. He loved all the old like the Gunsmoke and High Chaparral, all them shows that used to come on back in the 50s and 60s. He loved that kind of stuff, and he loved to read as well. And his two of his favorite authors were Zane Grey and Louis L'Amour. He read just about I know he read everything them two guys had ever written, and probably over more than once. He was always reading their stuff. But when he wasn't reading, he liked to whittle in his spare time when he wasn't working or reading. And what y'all are looking at right here is a card table that he had made. The cards that you are looking at here, it's kind of hard this camera don't really focus in as well as what I would really like to show you the detail that's really in here, but I'm going to do the best I can because these are pictures. I don't have the real thing in front of me here to shoot, the video of the real thing. All I've got is pictures of it. My sister actually has the artwork itself, and but these pictures are pretty good, and hopefully y'all can get a grasp of what's going on here. I've got 5 or 6 pictures here I want to show y'all. But anyway, to get back to this table that you're looking at is part of a gambler set. Now what he had and what he was planning on doing was he wanted to do like a diorama of like a western town. Kind of like the OK Corral or something. So his carvings, everything he pretty much carved, or 90% of the stuff he carved, was cowboy related, the Wild West related. Now he has done some other pieces, like he did the bust of a ship's captain, and just a couple of oddball things here and there. And actually I remember back in the late 60s, he used to run this little convenience store. And one of his customers was a Cherokee Indian. And this man came in and approached him one day about doing a totem pole for him. And I watched him from the time he started that project to the day that guy came and picked it up. And let me tell you, fellas, unbelievable. If y'all ever have a chance to sit down with an older fella or something that does wood carving, if you got a little bit of time to spend and talk to these guys, man, you can learn so much. And there's so much here that can actually cross over into our hobby. As a matter of fact, let me move this camera a little bit. Let me see here. Let me find something to point with here real quick, guys. This thing right here that you're looking at is a whiskey bottle. It's cast out of resin, fiberglass resin. But anyway, so that's part of the stuff that we, kind of what we do in our hobby. And actually, I'm going to get ready to pick the camera up and show y'all all these pictures. And there's also, before I do, the cowboys that I'm about to show you, you'll see that they have like gun belts and stuff on. And what he would do to make those is he would take an old leather wallet and skin it and pull the outside skin off of it after it started getting worn out. And he would take and make the gun belts and everything out of the leather, real leather, and made all the belt buckles and everything out of aluminum. And he did some like the guns and rifles and everything, and all that stuff he did out of aluminum. And he would sit there and file it down. He would rough cut it with like a hacksaw blade, get it kind of cut out roughly the shape of what he wanted. Then he would take like little files and get in there and work in all the details. And what y'all about to see here So let me kind of pardon my shaking, guys. Try to hold this camera as steady as I can. But anyway, here we go. I'm going to start showing you some of this stuff. Everything that y'all see in these pictures here was handmade. There's 4 of these poker players. Let's see, got a glare of the light here that I really can't help that, guys. If I cut the light off, y'all won't be able to really see it. There we go. And the cards and everything, if you notice that beer mug that guy's holding, that's another thing. He cast that. That's a resin cast. Made out of fiberglass resin. And there's like the gun belts. The holsters are actually made out of wood. They actually hold they hold guns that come in and out of the holsters, but they're wrapped in, like I said, old wallet leather. And let's see, there's a better picture of this table. His 2 favorite woods he loved to use. Man, I'm sorry about that glare, man. There ain't nothing I can do about that. Back the camera away, maybe. But there's a picture of them all sitting around the table. And here's the 4 of them sitting without the table. I really hope you guys can see this stuff, man, because I really want to share this with y'all. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that is really into super detailing your engines and stuff with all the throttle linkages and all that kind of stuff. Well, it's that eye for detail that what my father had in his wood carving, and he loved to do this stuff, man. This is his life's work, basically, what I'm showing y'all. Now, this is only just a few pictures of many that I've got, but I just don't have the room here to shoot everything without making a bunch of different videos. So I'm just going to show y'all. This is actually my favorite piece of his stuff. There's that table again. But I wanted to tell y'all about these cards real quick. He took a piece of maple. Now those are the 2 hardwoods. All this stuff, what you're seeing here, like this table, is made out of black walnut. The figures themselves are made out of rock maple. And because it's such a hard wood to carve, he had to make his own knives and everything. Now, he did store by the files and everything that he would use to, like, let's see if I can get in on this guy's face here. He would get in there and work all that with the a little rat tail file, as far as all, man, I'm sorry about the shaking, but all the wrinkles in the clothes and all the detail around the eyes and the mouths and everything was all done, worked in with a little, like a rat tail file. But like I said, he loved anything in Western. If it had to do with the Wild West, he loved it. And I'm going to, actually, I'm going to show y'all 2 more pictures here. And this is going to be a collaboration between my father and myself, what I'm about to show you here in these last 2 pictures. What this is a carousel horse. Of course, y'all probably remember being as a kid on the merry-go-rounds. Back in the early to mid 80s, there was it's kind of a craze for these things there for a while, and he had ran into an antique dealer one day. The guy had saw him whittling on a piece of wood that he had in it. I forget where we were at, but this guy came up and introduced himself, and he had an antique shop there in town. and asked my father if he'd ever done anything like this, and my dad said, well, no, he hadn't, but he could. So the guy actually ordered like 3 or 4 of these things from him, and this was the very first one. This is the only one I actually have pictures of. But my father actually made the horse itself. It was done out of laminated 2x, like 2x8s, 2x10s, stuff like that. And I actually did all the painting on these things, and I used Krylon spray cans, guys, and some masking tape. Had a blast doing this. If y'all can, I know my hands are shaking. Well, that part wasn't expected. Sorry about that, man. I'm trying to get the damn camera where it ain't, where y'all can see this. If I can, I'm gonna try to get in there and edit all that out. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to show y'all some of these pictures I've got of my dad's artwork here. Hopefully, y'all can appreciate the eye for detail and everything that's in these pictures. But anyway, there's some artwork for y'all. That right there is one of the little pistols that he had made while I was telling y'all how he'd take a little piece of aluminum and actually he'd take little files and get in there, and he would, like I said, he would take like a hacksaw blade and kind of get the rough thing cut out, and then he would, like I said, would get in there with like a little rat tail file and do all the detail into it. But the gun itself, the metal part is made out of aluminum, and the pistol grip itself is made out of black walnut wood. But anyway, I'm having a hard time with this camera tonight. Anyway, I could go on and on and on. I could sit here and tell y'all stories for hours about watching him just sit around the kitchen table at night working on this stuff. But man, we're coming up on, I'm already at 13 minutes, so I'm gonna go on and cut this here now. And yeah, just leave me comments if y'all like this and want to see some more. And like I said, I've got probably 10 or 15 more pictures I could show y'all if you're interested and want to see it. Yeah, just let me know in the comments. And anyway, with that being said, guys, I'm gonna cut this off here, and this is Randy saying peace and hope everybody's having a good Wednesday night. And I want to say thanks for all my subscribers and everybody leaves me the thumbs up and whatnot. I do appreciate it, fellas. And yeah, I guess we'll talk to y'all later. Randy saying bye.